Good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Hello. Oh, we
Woo.
have people here already.
I
Ah,
know, this is
exciting.
exciting. Good morning, everybody. Today we are talking about providing instructions and having walkthrough videos when you're selling your Google Sheets to help your audience. So we'll talk a little bit about what we do and some of the background, and then we'll switch over to sharing our screen and show you some tricks with ChatGPT for helping you with that video, because sometimes if you haven't been creating videos for anything, it can be a little daunting to put yourself on film. And so we'll talk about some little tips to make that a little bit easier for yourselves. And yeah, so if we haven't met before, my name is Melinda and this is Andrea, and we run Spreadsheetables, where we teach people to create and monetize Google Sheets. And yeah, we have a membership here where we offer PLR Google Sheets to our members, as well as the CEO Spreadsheet Suite membership, which helps people streamline and organize their business. So that is us. We go live every Monday. You can check out YouTube for some of our past videos. I'm just going to change my lighting. I look kind of green today. So you can check that out. The last couple of Mondays, we have been live with calls with our VIPs. So we missed the last couple of weeks, but there's definitely lots of videos if you're looking to sell digital products and what that looks like with Google Sheets. So anyways, we can dive into the walkthrough videos. So when we originally started with Google Sheets, we had written instructions, and then eventually we started adding walkthrough videos. And then we eventually started, like, some products that we put out there in our own Etsy shop, and especially with our members, is just a video. We just find it a lot easier to have the video. We do suggest having both if you can, some written instructions and the video, because people learn in different ways. But you can always start with the video, because once you create the video, you can have ChatGPT create written instructions from those. And so we have prompts set for ourselves that once we have that walkthrough video, we just pop in the script and then it gives us the written instructions. So it makes that whole process really easy. So I suggest, if you're doing both types of instructions, video and written, start with the video and then use that script to help build the written. The instructions. Okay, so when you are selling Google Sheets, we love offering instructions for a variety of reasons, but it helps reduce a lot of the customer inquiries and, like, the back and forth on how something works. We're all here trying to create digital products that sell passively. So we're trying to reduce the amount of work and amount of effort that we have to do. So we want to be able to build a product once and put it out there. There's a lot of steps to put that together, and then the instructions, but once it's done, it's like packaged and it just sells, and hopefully you don't have to, jump in too often on that product. So the more time you spend, well, don't spend too much time that you don't get it listed, but you do want to make sure those instructions are solid to make that really streamlined for your customer, that they can jump in and use it. It helps build trust if you're able to provide really clear instructions to them. And another thing that's really helpful is, once you have those videos, you can be repurposing those for social media, which makes, your life so much easier.
Yeah.
You can also repurpose them, even in your emails to customers. It could be a selling feature too. Like, if people want to preview that spreadsheet ahead of time, you can show little glimpses of it. Some people create Etsy mockups that are like video based. So you could take that walkthrough and, like, really speed it up, like take out the audio, you can speed it up and just clip out the pieces that some action is happening, where you're filling it out, where a graph is being populated, that kind of thing, and then take that and use it as marketing material. So once you have one thing, you can build lots of other content based on that. And even just putting it out on YouTube, like,
Yeah.
you can add an introduction at the end, at the start, and like an outro at the end, saying, like, hey, you can grab my sheet on my Etsy shop and post it on YouTube. I think there's a lot of fear that people are worried that somebody's going to copy my sheet and they're going to steal my ideas. And anyone that's been in business long enough knows that there's still a lot of work involved, and
Yeah.
somebody's just going to copy it and go out there and be successful. That doesn't just happen. They have to be consistent, they have to be dedicated, they have to be really connecting with their audience. So we've talked about a lot of that in other videos. So I wouldn't be worried about somebody, stealing your ideas. You would rather your customer, preview your product, know exactly what it is, and have them have that feeling like, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's what I need, as opposed to not giving them enough information and then they just don't buy because they don't connect with that product. So
Yeah, that's a good point because we actually have a lot of people come to us from YouTube because we don't even post our walkthrough videos publicly, but sometime every now and then we're going to on our lives, right? That we do on Mondays. We display some of our spreadsheets and then we show some of the features like a short walkthrough, right? Here, this is how we created this and this is how we use this. And we had a lot of people come to us like, hey, where can I buy that sheet? Like, I want that. So it doesn't even have to be nothing elaborate, right? Even the walkthrough video that you are already you have to host your walkthrough video somewhere, right? So just YouTube is free. Create a free YouTube account, just post your walkthrough videos in there, and then let it be live. Like, again, like Mel said, if somebody wants to copy it, good luck. Like, it is a lot of work to do everything from beginning to end. So let them copy, and if you're still scared and your mindset is like, I'm not sure about that, go back a few uh lives that we did a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember, the time's going so fast, but just go back a few lives. We talked about the copycat thing, and again, if you're going to do business around fear, you're never going to get anywhere. So just put yourself out there. Your clients will come, your customers will come, and yeah, it's free marketing. YouTube is free marketing.
yeah, it definitely works. And I think it's gotten a lot better where it, knows your video. Like, it's not just all about hashtags and titles
Yeah.
anymore. Like, it knows what your video is
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Definitely all those other things are important too. But and I should mention, if you are a VIP watching this video, we do have walkthrough videos already done for you. So that is what makes us, I think, really unique, is not only the volume of Google Sheet PLR that we offer to our members, but was it last year we started doing walkthrough videos with those,
Yeah.
not only for our PLR or our members to understand the spreadsheet, but they can take that video and share it with their customers. So we
Mhm.
intentionally don't have our faces on the video so that you can share that link with your customers as an easy way to, avoid having to do the video. You, of course, can do the video if you want, and you can repurpose our videos. So I have heard of some people, I haven't seen any of the results of it, but I've heard people have come to us asking if they can take the video and change like the audio, like using AI into a different voice or into their own voice. You could be taking the script from the video as your own script and then doing your own walkthrough video. So there's lots of ways of repurposing
Mhm.
that video content for our members that are there. We started this last year, so not all of the content has videos, but definitely the most recent ones, which is quite a few of them. So that's
Yeah.
just to help you guys out, make that whole process a lot easier.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so before we share our screen, we'll talk about recording the walkthrough video. So, and we'll talk about like the tools that we use. So we do host our videos on YouTube, like Andrea said. You can list them publicly, which I think is a great idea for searchability and people finding you. We list ours at the moment unlisted for our members, or like if we do VIP calls and things, we do those unlisted. And that's a way to be able to just share a link just with the people that purchased your programs or purchased your spreadsheet. We use Loom for recording videos. What else? Canva does recording as well. And then for editing, I use, what do I use? You can edit now in Loom, which is awesome. You can edit in Canva. I use Final Cut Pro just because I happen to have it on my computer. So Final Cut Pro is actually really expensive, so I wouldn't suggest it unless you happen to have it on your Mac computer. InShot is an amazing app. That one's mobile based, so it's on your phone. So if you're doing like video recording, say for social media, and you're not actually doing a screen grab, but you're like recording yourself working on your computer and what's going on the screen, that is a great app. It's very easy to do some editing on there. And then, like I said, Loom has added the capability in there. They've added like AI editing where it's supposed to take out the ums and the ahs and the blank spaces. We also have Descript, but we haven't been using that as much as we were before. So you can use
I use the script all the time for mine.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. So I record it on Loom.
Yeah.
And then I put the video on the script and I edit from there. I know Loom now has the AI feature, which is what I do on the script, but I'm just so used to that now.
Yeah.
If you want to use just one, Loom should be enough.
Yes. Yeah. I would suggest Loom as well. That's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do? I record in Loom and then put it in Final Cut Pro for editing. I don't know, I just find the editing a little bit faster. Or sometimes I will use the AI editing first in one of the programs and then move it to Final Cut Pro. But definitely for simplicity, I would say Loom. And if you're getting into like more social media side or like you want editing on your phone, InShot is amazing. So those are the tools we would recommend. For recording your videos, obviously you want to find a quiet time. We try to do ours when our kids aren't around and the dogs aren't barking and all of that, because all of that picks up in the background. If you're new to recording videos, I would do some testing with your sound and things. Instead of sitting down and recording a 20-minute video and then going back and finding out, oh, like the audio is off or there's background noise. Do some testing first for a couple minutes of you just talking on there, and then check that video to make sure that it's all working properly. I have done that a couple times where you just like record a whole video and then it turns out it's garbage because something was off with the audio or something. So just have a look at that. I don't know, for myself, I tend to have like a glass of water beside me. I am not one that is able to talk and record fluidly like the entire time. And if that's you, what I do is I take a break. And when I take those like longer pauses, right away when I see a video, usually you can see like the timeline down below. And it'll show like when you're talking, it goes up, right? And then when you're not talking, it goes flat. And so those flat periods, I know, oh, I like stop to gather my thoughts, and then I can easily delete those. Sometimes when I leave them like longer, I find the AI programs aren't removing those. They tend to only remove like something that's like, say, less than 3 seconds. So it is leaving that longer time in there. But that's my signal to me that I pause to gather my thoughts. I prefer that method instead of stopping and pressing record and stopping and pressing record, because then you have to like piece together your whole video. I find it's better to just hit record the whole thing. It could be only a 2-minute video, but you end up recording for like 15 minutes because it takes you that long to gather your thoughts. That's totally normal, especially when you are just starting out with video, and then edit from there. So okay, what else?
You know what I have been doing in the script too?
Yeah.
Because with the faceless videos, you can cut, like I select the transcript that I want to say. Sorry. Then I cut it and then I can move another place. So yes. I can like Frankenstein the video. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll explain. Yeah. That's a good point. So a lot of the AI editors, and I say AI editors, like there's the Loom and all the other different programs like Descript. They're really cool now where you can take, so if I have a sentence in the middle of my video and I was like, oh, I should have said that at the start, you can quite often now like grab that text and bring it up to exactly where you want it, and it'll move your video and your audio for you, which is really cool. They're coming out with a lot of different AI features to help people to be able to put together their videos. Sometimes if like a word is like, I don't know, said wrong, or I should have said a word, you can use AI that will generate your voice and put that word or put like whatever you missed saying into the video. It allows you to do that as well. I find it's not perfect. And if it's one word, it might be fine. But if it's like a few words, I find it still sounds like AI. Like it sounds like me, but it sounds a little bit off, which is fine. I wouldn't overthink it at all. But just know that those tools are available if you're, struggling, and instead of re-recording, you can kind of piece together what you wanted for that video. So very helpful. You can choose to be on video or off video for the walkthrough videos. People do like seeing a face on content, I'll say in general, but the walkthrough video, I don't think it's necessarily vital. But again, people connect with other people in that way. So if you're active on social media and you're showing your face there and you're connecting with your audience, cool. Maybe you don't feel the need to put yourself out there. If you don't, you might want to put yourself on those videos and introduce yourself. And like Andrea and I, our walkthrough videos are intended for our audience or our members to share to somebody else. So we don't have ourselves on there. But again, if you want to connect with your audience, you might want to jump on and have this like general intro that you save for all your videos to say, hey, my name's Melinda. I love making sheets. Like email me and let me know how it went or how much you loved it, or, whatever. Put that like special message on there. Maybe at the end you could say, hey, if you love this sheet, I have this other product, like check it out. That would just go a lot further, I think, than having kind of a flat video without anything on there. So that's up to you if you want to show your face. If you don't want to show your face, that's totally fine too. A lot of people get away with that. You could have a slide at the start that has like maybe a quick little bio about yourself and like a quirky fact and like your picture. You could do it that way too if you don't want your face on the video itself. I find being faceless is a lot easier for editing. So when you have all those like ums and ahs and they're cut out, you kind of see that in in your face, where if your face isn't there, you don't see all those, edits that have been cut out, and your face isn't like choppy and jumping around because you've done so much editing, which I tend to have to do because I say a lot. I'm trying hard not to, but it just happens. Okay, what else do we have? There's the again. Where and how to share instructions. Okay, so once you have this video or these instructions, where are you sharing it? So there's a few different ways. We suggest to our members having a Start Here tab specifically for Google Sheets. I'll share that in a minute. But basically that Start Here tab welcomes them. It gives them contact information of where to find you. And then you can have a link to your video. You can have written instructions on there. You can have the rights of the Google Sheet. So if you're saying that it's for personal use only or whatever those instructions might be, you would include that on there on the Start Here tab. So that's one way on how to share that. You can also, if you're delivering the product through email, you can include the walkthrough video right there for them, which I think is handy. People don't necessarily always read everything that you give them. So if you're providing multiple ways for them to grab that link for the walkthrough video, I think that's helpful. And one thing we mentioned too is putting these videos on YouTube helps with your views, right? So the more you get people watching your walkthrough videos, the better. Just it drives up the views of all your content. So that is very helpful. Some people provide a centralized folder when they deliver digital products. Maybe if there's like quite a few different products, then they'll put it all maybe into a Google folder and say there's like a sheet and a document and a walkthrough video. They might package it all up that way. People tend to do that maybe more for like almost like a mini course if there's like a few modules and things and they don't have it hosted on a platform. So that's another way you can do that. And another thing is people get creative with the walkthrough video, like not just being a link, say on the Google Sheet, but like having an image, or say you're delivering it in a Google Doc, and you have a cool little icon where they click to watch the video, or maybe it's a thumbnail of it and it's a click here. So it doesn't just have to be linked text to that walkthrough video. Okay, I think we can share our screen now and just show you some things with these walkthrough videos, and then we'll get into using ChatGPT. Before I go any further, if you're a member, this is, I'm in the back end, but this is essentially what it looks like. If you go into the vault with any of the recent products that we've created, you'll see the mock-up here. This is where you grab the spreadsheet. This is the video we're talking about that you can share with your audience. So it says spreadsheet walkthrough. So you can just grab the link for this. When you click play, I think it plays right in the website, but then if you want to open it up in YouTube, you can do that and grab the link. I mentioned start here tabs on where you would share the walkthrough video. So I'm going to blow this up a bit. This is an example of a template that we have for members, or if you're not a member, you can kind of just see what information we have on here. So for example, you'd have your logo, you'd thank them for purchasing, include contact information. So if they had trouble, you should be leaving your email or a way for them to reach out to you. If you have like a Facebook group, really important, collect lead magnets. So this is offering like a freebie here in exchange for their email. And then this guide to get started. So it gives you a quick like overview of what this spreadsheet is. It includes these various tabs. And then here's the video instructions. So you would put the link in here. These would be additional written instructions. Asking for feedback. We've covered this before on a different live about having a start here tab. So you can go back to that. And then you can have your copyright disclaimer. What else? I think, Andrea, you've shared the walkthrough video script, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, I guess we're at the recording part, or yeah, getting ready for your video. So you can definitely have a cover for your video too. So if I go back here, this just makes it presentable if you're embedding it or sharing that link somewhere and you want that thumbnail to show up consistently with the people that you're sharing. So this is just created in Canva. And then when you go to upload on YouTube, it'll ask you for your thumbnail. And so you can just upload that image along with that. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. We can get into the script part of things. Did you want to show them, or do you want me to do I can do it on the simple spreadsheet I created, actually. This is it here. So in ChatGPT, what we do is we use a feature that allows us to upload our spreadsheets into ChatGPT. And so you'll want to make sure your Google Drive is connected with ChatGPT. I don't know why this says toggle temporary chat. Oh, is that a new feature? Anyways, getting distracted.
Yeah. Or you
Okay.
can just upload your spreadsheet in there too if your Google Drive doesn't connect. Mine is glitchy still sometimes, so I just upload the spreadsheet in there.
Yeah, I don't know why mine does this like every time. Do you have this, Andrea, where it says this content is blocked? So
yeah,
I
mine
go
is
back.
weird.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if it keeps doing that, then I like refresh. Maybe it just doesn't like an old page that's been sitting open.
Oh, and then it works?
Yeah, I don't know why. It does it to me every single time.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, it doesn't work for me. So I never thought of refreshing. I just ignored it. That's why I upload mine.
CRM. what did I call it? Simple?
Oh, it's spelled out customer relationship management.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, I'm going to select that one. It's going to load. And then I'm going to paste that script here. So add a brief intro about the, oops, it's up here. I want to record a video walkthrough using the following script. This is a walkthrough video of.
I don't even change that. I just leave it just
Oh,
as
you do
is.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it picks up from the spreadsheet.
I swear I use this. So Andrea and I have our inventory management spreadsheet where we track what products we've made and published and so on. And so inside of there, we have these prompts are like built in, so we don't even have to write them out or paste them in. We just copy the prompt and paste it in. So I never have to do it like from scratch like this. You just hit, do you add anything to this?
Right now, I just do it exactly like that. Yeah.
So let's see
Uh-oh.
what it comes up with. Oh, of course.
Mine. Of course. Let me see if mine is glitchy too.
Oh no, it just like disappeared.
No,
Yeah, you go into yours while you're doing that. I'll see if mine works.
I'm gonna download one here. Before I share my screen, let me see if mine works. Okay.
I love doing live stuff like this, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Hey, that's that's real life. That's what we go through every single day. So I think mine will go. Let me see. It's thinking.
I know, mine's thinking too.
Oh yeah, we're in the same place then. Okay.
I have found it's been slower again, so I don't know if that means I need to upgrade or.
Oh, I know. I'm so waiting for that day. They're gonna be like, you can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, gonna go up to like $50 a month or something.
Yes, I know. They already upgraded to 200. Did you see the $200 plan a month?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, there's a $200 one.
Oh, is that the
I was
Teams
like,
one?
how do you go from 20 to $200 a month? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew they were gonna give us the candy and then take it away.
I know. How's yours coming along? Mine's like painfully working on the first paragraph.
Yeah, mine did it.
Did it? Okay. Do you want to share yours?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh God, who's that? Oh my God, hold on. He has a glass cup. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Sorry. Oh boy, let me. Oh my God.
It's okay. Okay. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT here. Okay, it's working, but slowly. I don't know why. My internet has been terrible. We had a crazy ice storm yesterday and the power was out, so maybe things are still not cooperating. Okay. So this is breaking down it all into steps. This is actually more thorough than it has been doing for our inventory sheet. So I think Andrea has so kindly tweaked the prompt, which is actually looking really awesome to have these steps really, really clear. So once this is done, I print this out. And the nice thing about also being off screen is you can read this script without people seeing that you're reading a script. So we would literally just read this. So the walkthrough video is of this simple customer relationship management spreadsheet. The purpose is we like to do a high level introduction in these walkthrough videos. So we explain that, oh, this has 4 tabs. I might mention what the tabs are really quickly. This one is reading that I actually have 2 tabs for the customer and then 2 tabs that are actually hidden that are data tabs. So you can choose whether you let your customers know about that. You probably in general want to make it as simple as possible and just mention what is showing. because quite often if you show people the data and all the back end stuff, they could kind of mess around with it and then cause issues or more
Yeah,
customer
I
support.
don't mention the data tabs or any of that. So I just take that away.
Yeah. I wonder if we can prompt it to not mention the hidden tabs next time. That would be cool if it
I don't think it picks up like that. If you see like the raw data that they actually see behind the chat GPT things, I
yeah.
don't think there's a way to identify which is which. It's not that smart yet. Like
Yeah.
you cannot
Okay.
pick up formulas. If you say like what's the formula on C5,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
I know. Yeah, it's amazing what it can do, but it's also because it's moved so fast, we have these high expectations of it and then find out it can't do certain things. So, but it's coming along. So, um, yeah, so I would have a quick read through to make sure this actually makes sense for what you're doing and kind of like cross over the things that are like if there's hidden data tabs, then ignore that. And then literally just walk through this whole process. So go on the video, go into column A, enter a name. Quite often for this, okay, so if I open, let me think. I'm going to open this CRM. I'm going to show you how, like, instead of thinking up dummy data to put into the spreadsheet, I use ChatGPT for that as well. And actually, this is an example. I have this all like pre-filled with this. So in order to show this to our customer, we're going to want to have data in it so that all these graphs and things populate. And so instead of spending a whole bunch of time like figuring this out, or I could have, the same name going down, I'll copy these headings here and I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll ask it, please give me 20 sets of data for these headings. And hopefully it does it. It usually puts it into a table. I didn't specify. Yeah, it's going to do it for me. Perfect, I think. No. No, it's not doing it. 20 sets of data for these headings in a table. And of course, now it's not working. So trust me, it'll go into a table. And then all I did was copy and paste it into here. So that's how I got all this data populated really quickly. And then when you go to, populate this for your videos, you could, like, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to put a name here and like really drag out your video, you could in your video have some content copied already and then say, you're going to go ahead and fill out first name, last name, organization, website, and so on, and come down here and paste it in. That way your video doesn't drag on. People kind of get the point of that. So you can make it really quick by doing it that way. And then walking them through all these drop downs. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, so it walks us through this. It should, here's like the customer overview. No, customer log, add the customer. Anyways, you're going to walk them through the dashboard component as well. Sorry, I have so much stuff open here. So once you have populated that with them on the video, you're going to go ahead and just kind of describe what your dashboard is about, and that, you know, it's going to change automatically. They don't have to edit anything in here. That's another important thing to highlight in the video, is what's editable and not editable. So
So
quite
here's a trick. Here's a trick for the dashboard, Mel.
yeah.
I take a screenshot of the dashboard and be like, this is what they'll see. So ChatGPT will understand the image and then it will give you a walkthrough of the dashboard. So normally on my videos, I do the dashboard like separate. I'll add that to the doc. But yeah, just take a screenshot of that and then add in there and be like, hey, explain this dashboard to me as if I was explaining to my customers or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Let me,
because again, the raw data that they get it doesn't pick up
yeah.
the dashboard itself, like the graphics, the images doesn't get any of that. Oh, and go again.
Oh, I like this idea. I've used a lot of images, but I've never thought of it for the dashboard component. Like, for example, social media, if I have an image or a picture of a spreadsheet and I'll pop it in there and ask for like a social media post. I've done that kind of stuff, but not this dashboard, which I really like. Okay, so it talks about the top summary card. So it gives you an overview of what's happening there. The action items, so what you have that's upcoming and overdue, how your lead status is coming along, your revenue. This is awesome. That makes it super easy. So if you're struggling with what to say on these videos, ChatGPT is definitely your friend. Use that script, upload your spreadsheet, get the description, and then, like Andrea had suggested with the dashboard, take a screenshot and then put that in, because that is very helpful. I didn't even catch on that that ChatGPT didn't really recognize the dashboards. I think because I like the flow that ChatGPT gives me, and then I kind of freestyle it from there, and kind of cross-check to make sure I've covered everything. But I like that trick about the dashboard. That's cool. Awesome. All right. I think we will wrap that up unless Andrea can think of anything else. See, we have some comments, but I'm frozen. Ah. Oh, there we go. I was frozen there for a minute. What is the listed website you mentioned? Uh-oh, I don't remember. What listed website? Yeah, I'm not sure what website we mentioned, but I think we'll wrap it up. My internet is chopping out, so we'll see you guys next time.